Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Behind me is my £500 2005 Volkswagen Transporter. Bought as a non-runner, does run, but had a lot of problems when I picked it up. Missing calipers, missing brake lines, missing loads of stuff. Got it MOT'd in the last video. If you haven't watched that, check it out, it'll be there probably. Yeah, got it MOT'd, back on the road, but then I found that the diesel was getting into the oil somehow, and the oil level was rising, and this can be a big killer for these engines. So in today's video we're going to be changing the injector seals, because I think that's where they're leaking, and the tandem pump, which is like a little pump on the side of the camshaft, because I think the tandem pump can leak too. It's got a little O-ring in it that I think can leak oil and diesel together. Correct me if I'm wrong, I might have just bought that part for no reason. It needs a clean. I'll do some close-up shots of how filthy it is, but there's like bits of mould and there's a really sour smell in here, so I don't really like being in here very much, so we need to sort that out. That's quite crucial. And sort all this out, because this is horrible. We need to fix it. But yeah, let's get to working under the bonnet. Alright, so this is the tandem pump here. It looks fairly straightforward to get off. I'm just going to remove all of this turbo intercooler hosing and stuff. I might even remove this because that's going to be in the way. And then to get to the injector seals, we need to take this rocker cover off. Yes, well, I'll go from there, I guess. I'm just going to remove all the stuff around it so I can get access to this pump, and we'll start stripping everything apart. Alright, so I've just started taking this off and I've seen a couple of issues straight away. One is this hose that goes to the brakes, or this fitting, is just completely loose. I don't know if you can see in there. And also down here, one of the bolts that holds the bottom of the pump on is also completely loose. So maybe someone's had this off before and decided that this isn't, I don't know, this isn't fixable, but it looks like it should come off pretty easy, but yeah. Let's get it off and just replace it. Alright, so I've got the pump off. It actually doesn't look too bad. I've seen pictures of them online where they're worn out in here. This doesn't look that bad at all. This is obviously an issue. This is loose as anything, this here. I think it's been leaking oil for a long time down here. And also keep finding more problems. I think this is like a thermostat housing or something. It's completely loose. It's actually like a millimetre gap around here where it's not even touching. You can see it when I pull back. You see that? So maybe we'll tighten that bolt up, but I don't know why that's so loose. I think the next thing I want to do is probably take this rocker cover off to see how bad my injector seals are. Pretty sure it should just be all these 10mm bolts. Don't know how I'm going to get to those ones down there. Probably might have to take this throttle body looking thing off to get to that one that's in there. Could probably do it without taking that off, to be honest. I don't know, we'll see. Yes, let's get this off, see how bad the injector seals are. Alright, so here's the rocker cover off. These are the injectors here. There's one there, one there, one there, and one there. And they're run on this cam lobe, or this cam shaft, by a lobe. I assume you have to take the rocker off, and then looks like there's a bolt there. I assume it's this one that holds this in. Take these wires out somehow. I think it looks kind of good. I mean, there's a few problems. There's a strip bolt here, or a snapped bolt. It looks like someone went at this, tried to work on it, and just went too hard and seemed to break everything, strip things. I don't know. If this is a common thing with these engines, let me know. But yeah, we're going to start on this one. Just do them one at a time so I don't get overwhelmed. and see how bad they are. Alright, so my workshop's a huge mess at the moment, but I managed to clear a little space for this. So here it is. So you can see that one side here is worn a lot more than the other, and the O-rings on that side are all started to split and fray. I think because they're only held in by one side, I think they have the ability to shift. I think it's that way. So when they get moved, they have the ability to wiggle about. I don't know if anyone's ever found a fix for that, but it is slightly worn. But I'm just going to clean it up and put new seals on it and see if it works. Alright, so I just took the second one out next to the one I just did. Look how ruined this one is. It focuses. Those O-rings are completely crushed. And you can see how shiny it is here, where it's started wearing away the metal. I mean, the only thing I can really do is change these injector seals and see if it changes. I did forget to mention that these bolts need replaced with it. They come with the kit, the injector seal kit, but they need to be replaced as well. They're like a one-time use bolt. So yep, let's replace the seals on this one, and then do the other two, and hopefully that's the job done on that. Alright, so I'll show you guys what I've got going on here. I've got one of these seated in. It's not done up yet, but so basically in here the injector has been sitting in there rocking slightly, and as the seals have been worn out, the metal from the edge of the injector has been slightly wearing a groove. It's not awful. I think it'll be okay. It's fractional. I can barely feel it, and I think the O-ring will actually sit below that. I've just got to next thing I got to do is just got to make sure there's no, see, like in the bottom of there, that one's got loads of rubbish in it, and if I've got to get all of that out so the injector will sit nice and flush at the bottom. But this one's gone in alright, and we'll get the other three in, and then we should be good to go. Alright, so I'm just going to do these up hand tight just to make sure that they seat properly. Oh my god, there's a crow behind me. Jesus. Yeah, I think the torque settings, from what I found online, I'll double check them, but I think it's 12 Newton meters and then 270 degrees. We'll do that after I seat them properly, but yeah, I'll put it up on the screen. Alright, so I got the injectors in. Now I've got to put the tandem pump on, but it's just started snowing here. So that's quite annoying. It's freezing as well. Alright, so here's the new pump. Comes with the new gasket as well. I think the whole thing with this is just to keep it as clean as possible, so let's get this under the bonnet and clean up where it's got to go. Okay, so I should have adjusted these before I put the tandem pump in, but it doesn't really matter, I can do them in any order, because I've had to loosen up all of this, all the adjustment on each rocker. Okay, so according to a video I watched on YouTube about 10 minutes ago, you turn the engine until the the rocker's on its full stroke down to fire the injector, and then you screw this screw in the middle down until it stops, and then you back it off 180 degrees. I'm only going off what I saw on YouTube. I assume it's right, but if I've got it wrong, I'll soon find out. That's a lot of oil, and the only real way to see if there's diesel in there that I know of, dip your finger in. Oh my god, that tastes of only diesel. Honestly, it doesn't taste like there's any oil in there at all. Alright, I'm going to fill it back up with oil now, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this shouldn't leak diesel into the oil anymore. Alright, it's getting dark. I think I've buttoned everything up. This will be the moment of truth. Fingers crossed this thing still works. And I haven't broken anything. I really hope I haven't. I'm going to do that a couple times. Try and get the fuel through maybe. There's a noise. Fired up. Jesus, that took a while. No smoke. Alright, so I've driven the car for a couple of days since replacing all the injector seals and everything, and it all looks good. It's running well, it's starting a lot better, and there's no diesel in the oil that I can taste at the moment. And also, it's stopped smoking. There's no smoke out the back anymore, so I think we've solved that problem. I don't think there was anything wrong with the tandem pump. I'm not sure. I've got the old one down here. If anyone wants it, give me a message. You can have it. I don't want it. But yeah, next thing is to do a deep clean on this interior. It is absolutely disgusting. Let me show you around. Also going to try and fix this whilst I'm in here. I think it's just come unclipped. It should clip up in there. Shouldn't be too hard. That's a blast from the past. Alright, this is insane. This literally looks like a new van in here. Hard to believe this has got almost 250,000 miles on it. Let me get some shots of it. It just looks incredible. The seats are in surprisingly good condition, considering the mileage on this car. There's no rips or tears. They're a bit dirty, and I'm really struggling to get this oil stain out of this middle seat here. If anyone's got any good tips on how to get oil stains out of fabric like this, all I did was use soapy water and a vacuum cleaner. Maybe I need like a steam cleaner or something, but if anyone's got any good ways of getting that out, drop it in the comments, because I'd really like to know, because that's the only thing really letting the interior down at the moment, is this stain. Alright, so I've got one last job to do to this interior, and that is to change the fan heater blower motor. Mine runs for like maybe a minute and then dies. It overheats. You can smell the burning sort of motor smell. I did take the motor out and then power it just by a battery just to see if it was okay, and it did the same thing. So bought a new one. It's just down here. The motor itself just under there. But yeah, let's whip the old one out and chuck a new one in. Alright, let's see if that's worked. Should do. Sounds good. Yeah. Sounds good. Alright, so that's probably going to be it for this video. Managed to get it running properly. No more diesel in the oil. and no more smoke coming out the back. Seems to be running very well. There is just one more problem with this van mechanically. When I get to about 3,000 RPM, there's a whistle, sounds like a boost leak. I'm going to be looking into that. I've got to pressurize the system somehow. If anyone knows any good ways to do that, let me know. Running really good. Apart from that, the interior looks incredible. I'm so happy with how that's come out. If anyone's got any good ways to get the oil stains out the seats, I really want to know. But yeah, I think in the next one, we're going to be addressing this bodywork. It's pretty bad, but I'm going to try painting it. I'm probably going to do just little bits at a time. It's going to be a nightmare if I don't. So I'm probably going to do like this corner, the bonnet on its own, that back bit, and then this other side's not so bad. I've got to do that wing. I could probably get away with leaving, I mean, the bottoms aren't great on this door. I could probably leave this panel, even though it's got a big scratch down it. The back needs done here and here. Needs a lot of bodywork, to be honest with you. It's mainly all this filler that someone's put in is not very good, and this corner is probably where it's the worst. It's had a big dent in there and someone's pulled it out and they haven't done a great job of it, and same there. So this is going to be the focus of really the bodywork. The rest is just painting. It's very, very cold at the moment, so we'll see how we get on with that. I might just have to bite the bullet and put a big tent up and get it really nice and hot in here just so I can get it done. But when that's done, the next thing after that is the camper conversion. I've got a great plan for the camper conversion. I'll let you know probably in the next video. But yeah, I reckon I can do it really, really cheap. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.